I figured that this is the time for me to shine and give my informational service and let everybody come in at the pre-market prep and watch me do my live videos every morning and give them the direction that I feel that things are moving. And sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. It's just we want to be right more than we're wrong.
Disclaimer: Elite trading is for educational purposes only. The alerts given are not one-way tickets to be a millionaire. Discretion is advised.
But they want to hit a base hit. They hit a base hit or a home run. Sometimes that home run makes up for the next 10 hits, but at the end of the day, you want to just hit those base hits. That's all it's about every day, and that's what I do. And that's how we became successful. And now we're just wanting to share that success and let everybody else gain something that they don't already know.
What's up, everybody? Let's talk stocks. Market's going down. Are you hedged? Were you protected? Were you holding some SPY puts? Were you holding some VIX calls? Have you been playing the UVXY? Have you been looking at the other companies that were possibly trading at a decent value to what their PE ratio is? You know, were you looking into protecting your long-term portfolio? Are you managing your margin? Have you been pulling back on margin? Because if you are, you're doing the right things. You know, these are the things that the professional traders that are out there doing. This is stuff that we research and I look into. What are the big dogs doing? What are they doing out there that I'm not? How do I get better at this? And then we share it with you guys, and we try to learn, you know, through our mistakes and through the things that we do to help you grow. That's what we do here. So welcome to our show. Welcome to the 9 a.m. pre-market prep with Kaler. I hope you guys are excited as I am. Got my red shirt on because we're bleeding in the market, but it's a proper pullback. We're expecting this pullback. We want that pullback because it gives you an opportunity to buy. Stocks have to be at a level of support, a level of value, a level of where you want to get in. I mean, why would you want to buy something when someone's charging you $600 for the Xbox or the PlayStation or thousands of dollars more than what they're worth when you could go buy them in the store in a couple weeks for the right price? The regular price, the valued price, the actual value of the company or the stock or the thing you're buying. Some people will pay over the actual value because the fear of missing out. You don't want to be the one missing out. That's why we have that carryover trade that we talk about. That's why we play the move 2 days. When we see that big move, we're early, you know, typically. And talking about that, how being early can help you and be beneficial. AMC, we've been talking about it for weeks. We knew they were going to get their bump. We just needed a catalyst. We needed some good news to come out. We got some good news, didn't we? New York's opening up partially in March for theaters. Now, we don't want anything to go wrong with that. We don't want any more bad to say, hey, we're not going to be doing the movie theaters. We're actually going to be pushing it out a little later. That's something that you got to be ready for. But in the meantime, you get your overnight pop. I see follow through till tomorrow or through the week. It may even not stop. You never know. How many people were shorting this thing and have to cover now overnight? Are they going to keep on holding? Or are they going to cover because we're going to keep driving that price up? We don't know. I don't know. And I'm not a professional investor, advice giver. I'm here just to give you my opinion because I do this every day. So keep that in mind. We're not telling you what to buy, when to buy. We're strictly just giving you our opinions and thoughts on the market and what we see out there trending. So let's jump into that newsletter. We're 6 minutes in, guys. We got a donation from the YouTube channel. Just wanted to say thank you to, I had his name in here, and then I literally went upstairs, took my notes upstairs with me, and I do apologize, but I know it was something bartender, so I do apologize. I'll get that in the comments later, and I think it was like cool bartender or something like that. I'm so sorry, but thank you for the donation. We appreciate you. It helps us keep going. Even that little $3, you know, it means something. It means a lot to me and our group, so thanks a lot, and we appreciate you. Let's get you guys to that newsletter right now. Well, I lied. Let me change this. I don't know what happened. I swear I test this stuff in the morning. Here we go. All right. So, daily newsletter, we've got it for 2/23/2021, keeping that record going by, not on optimism, but arithmetic. Benjamin Graham. Bulls. Who do we got on that list today? Tesla. They're dropping, but we see a dip here. Wait for a good support level, see some chop, and I think you're going to have another buying opportunity on this bad boy. BAC, the banks are rolling out with that reopening trade. They had a nice pop yesterday, continuing today. We see some momentum there. MGM was a great call we had yesterday. Been talking about that all week with the catalyst for them being partnered up with Top Golf and being able to do some gambling while you're hitting some golf balls indoors out of that rain. CCL, Carnival Cruise Line, along with those reopening stocks, not making any money from current cruises, but they most likely are making money for future bookings and people getting ready to go out of town. AESE, looking at them as well. It's a new one for us that we've been just eyeing and getting a little piece of every now and then. Just something that we like to watch here. Bears, mRNA, PFE, CCIV getting a big drop after that merger. Or the deal that happened, everyone was excited about it. Well, it got the rug pulled out, and then boom, there we go. You see them get dropped. So we have Plug, PLUG. You know, it's another one that we've been talking about that we thought was overbought and just doing too much is what we'd say, and it just needed a little bit of a breather. It took a breather. It's still taking a breather, and you know that if you see that stock, it was down under $1 or $2 when we first called it last year. So keep that in mind. Some people see something at $2, you see it 50, 70, or 100. Be careful when you're looking at those stocks. DKNG, taking a little bit of a pullback in our opinion. Daily news, major stock indices fell slightly this morning during early pre-market hours. CDNS and PANW and ZLALL reported earnings after yesterday's close. All had a better than expected earnings, but they reported on the wrong day is what I'm assuming. Most of these companies that are reporting any news most likely are going to have a bad red day today because the market is not supporting them regardless of the good news. Tesla continues to tank almost 6% during early pre-market hours, or 15% from last week. TSLA is now currently trading lower than it was when it first entered the S&P 500, and Bitcoin is also tanking after hitting all-time highs of 58,000, falling below 48,000. Elon Musk also tweeted that the price of Bitcoin was too high. Why do you do these things to yourself? Which could have had some effects in the fall. Trading tips, what catalysts are coming? So what does that mean to you? What does that mean to me? That means, hey, how can this be a tip for me? Well, what are future things that we could be learning about? What are the future news that could come popping out? Could it be a new vaccine? Could it be a stronger virus that's going to hit us harder? Are we going to be back on lockdown? Or is the reopening going to happen faster? What's going to happen? What could come out there? And then be ready for it, learn about it, and have yourself in a position that you are comfortable with taking some risk off. Margin requirements. Understanding margin as a new trader, you need to understand coming in that on a long-term portfolio, it's a bad time to be right now. You know, when you wake up or if you have a pullback like you did in March, you could blow up your whole portfolio. So be careful with trading with margin on using margin on your long-term, but with trading and doing day trades and using some of that to leverage yourself to have a little bit of a bigger position, but you can manage it and get in and out. That's what you want to be careful with and understand about margin requirements, that you can manage the risk on a trade, but you can't manage that on your long-term portfolio. What we've been watching, AMD, BAC, PLAY, NAKD, TSLA. All right, so that's what we've got for our newsletter today, and we'll be doing some analysis today, some going over, you know, basically what we have been looking at in the market, and we'll be teaming up together, going through some of Mickey's courses and classes, and kind of just going back on some of the tape and rehashing some of our previous trainings, learning about some stuff together again, just to refresh. Because here's the thing that I like to do is I like to go back. And now I can go back and look at my trades back in March of last year, or the last time we had a dip, and find these dip trades and see what was moving, find out where, when we had a little bit of a tech drop, what was actually moving up. And then I go back to those trades. Someone asked, what are we doing with HAL? You know, HAL was one that we played back then, and it had a nice bump when markets weren't doing so well. So let's see how they do now. All right, guys, my name's Kaler. It's Elite Trading. we love having you guys. It's a fun place to go. You guys can get in there, learn, chat with us, grow, get the newsletter, get some ideas, and support a pretty cool group, So if you want to join us and you want to hang out, stay in the green, my friends. Stay blessed. Jump in the Discord. I'll drop that link in the comments of the video, and we have it all over the social media platforms. But get involved. Stop being the one that's missing out. You can make money in a down market and an up market. You can do this. It just takes some time, some effort, and some due diligence. Do it. Do the time and learn. Get the knowledge. The magic bartender. That's what it is. I got it. The magic bartender. See, I didn't forget about you. I got you. The magic bartender is the one that sent the donation. You're the man. I didn't get it. I didn't have to put it in the comments there. So the magic bartender. Thank you, sir. Keep it up. Or ma'am. I don't know exactly. Can't genderify a bartender. But so whoever it was, thank you so much, and we appreciate you. Drop your comments in there. Get excited with us. Start learning this stuff. It's fun shit, guys. I mean, this is stuff that you're making more money at home right now than you're making working a job. I mean, some people are out there. I'm just gonna go off the cuff here. Some people are out there have been working from what 9 to 8, 9 to 9 for all these years, washing cars, being in the restaurant industry, and they all had this minimum wage, and then they go all of a sudden they work all this time, they build that up to $12, $13, $14, $15, and then they're going to come out with a $15 minimum wage. Well, what happens to those people that have been busting their ass for all these years? Are you guys going to do something for them? Are the companies that you work for going to help you out? That's the stuff that I don't want to worry about. I want to be the one that controls that. So I don't know. It's just that really gets under my skin right now is when it comes to the people out there that have a lot of money. They have a lot of they spend a lot of money on a lot of bullshit, and they don't give it to the people that do the most for them, that make the most for them. So those people that are busting their ass on you, underneath you, that are grinding away, that are sweeping up the cigarette butts on your company's lot, and that's the guy that you don't worry about. Just remember, he's the one that's keeping it clean. He's the one that's cleaning the bathrooms when you're going into and you're sitting on. They're the ones that are refilling the coffee that you drink in the morning, turning on the TV so your customers can see them. These are the ones that are out there just doing all the little things that matter, pulling up the cars for your customers. This is car business stuff because that's what I was in before that. But whatever it is, whatever your job is, it's the guy that's stirring the paint for you before you go and paint the house. They're stocking the roller on the wall. Whatever it is, care for those people, pay it forward, and I'll see you guys in there. It ran over, but we love you guys. Keep following us, keep growing with us, help us grow, share our